So how's 2021 going for you guys? I mean, we're only a month in, a lot of things have happened, but things look like they are changing for the better. My dad got the COVID jab recently, like the vaccine, which is super exciting, and I'm glad to report that he's perfectly healthy, you conspiracy theorists. But either way, let's get into the gear that I use every day in 2021. From new microphones to new cameras to new gaming mice, I have tested a lot of new products in the year of 2020. In fact, I think close to 100 or 100 plus. And that was very fun, to be able to do so many tech reviews, to make so many new videos in 2020. That was a new achievement for me, and that was extremely enjoyable. And if you want to support what I'm doing here, make sure you kind of subscribe, like, and watch as many videos as you are interested in, because that would really help my channel in the algorithm. And the more I grow, the more I can check out, the more videos I can make, and the more giveaways I can do. It's a giveaway coming soon, so make sure you subscribe for that. But how's your 2020, guys? How was it? How's your 2021 so far, guys? Before you tell me in the comments, why don't you tell me in Discord or Instagram, linked in the description below. And without further ado, let's start. Okay, so what was my favorite technology of 2020? Like, what was my favorite tech gadgets that I tried out in 2020? Starting off with the camera, the Panasonic Lumix G7. This is a very old camera, okay? This is about 3, 4, 5 years old at this point, but it's 4K 30 capable, a very tiny, compact camera that's great at both photo and video, has very cheap lenses available for it, and you can get it secondhand for a great price. I reviewed it recently on my second channel, youtube.com something. It's basically called ZXTech, Z-A-Q-E-X. It's linked in the description. And on my second channel, I basically talked about why this is such a potent YouTube camera. With it is a Boya BY-MM1 and a Benro PP1 mini tripod, and this is my vlogging setup, which I use for my second channel, and also vlog style content if it is to appear on this main one. It's great for behind the scenes, it's great for a B cam because it's high quality, it has 4K 30 FPS recording, and it's excellent. It's a bit of an old piece of technology, but I think it's really, really good. So if you're looking for a cheap YouTube camera, this might just be it. This is my secondary camera, and I absolutely love it. It replaces my old Canon EOS M6, which I am currently in the midst of trying to sell because it's kind of got a janked up screen. It's kind of hard to sell. But this is a very good camera, and this is my daily driver when it comes to a YouTube vlog camera. And it's much better of a YouTube camera than the actual camera I use for YouTube videos on this channel, which is the Canon C500. It's a beast of a camera, and it's a cinema camera, but I really only bought it to start dabbling in the world of professional video production rather than dabbling in the world of YouTube, because this camera or many hundreds of much cheaper, easy to use cameras will be better than a Canon C500 for making YouTube videos. In fact, this doesn't even do 4K unless I get some expensive external recorder accessory, but I think the image it produces is wonderful even without 4K, and upscale that looks stunning. And on top of that, it's excellent for video production work, because when you show up to the set with a camera like this, the client is going to be impressed, even if the camera quality might not be the best unless you have the right accessories. But it's a very powerful camera, and I love it so far. The professional features it has is extremely convenient to use, and all around it's just a fun device to shoot. For my vlog camera, the Boya BY-MM1 and MM1 Plus, absolutely the best YouTube vlogging, YouTube recording, video recording microphones out there, because they're so cheap and yet their sound quality is so good. And in terms of this kind of sit down set that I have, my new microphone is this Studio Projects C1 microphone from 797 Audio, which is basically a clone of the legendary Neumann 797 mic, which is insane because the sound quality of this sounds really, really good. You're listening to it right now, it goes straight into my C500 through XLR, and I think it sounds phenomenal, it sounds great, and it's excellent. It's a very good mic. Shout out to my friend Roland, who has lent me this microphone indefinitely so that I can make YouTube videos with it. I love this microphone, and if you're looking for an XLR microphone that gets the job done very, very well in this kind of setting, the Studio Projects C1, check that out. In terms of lighting though, I have two kind of main light sources that I use. I use the Godox SL60W right here that's actually illuminating my face with a slight softbox. Very nice softbox. It's mounted on a newer C-stand. The RGB light in the background here, that is shot with a newer RGB 480 panel. It's very color accurate, it's very bright, it runs off batteries that are easy to get your hands on, and it's an absolutely lovely device, and I absolutely love using it to add color into my shots. So that is kind of my filmmaking gear. There are a lot of other things that I do use on a day-to-day on the filmmaking side of things, but I won't bore you with things like, oh, I use this EF card, I use this SD card. This is kind of the main stuff that I've been using, and this is kind of the new stuff that I have gotten recently. So let's talk about the other things then, because this is kind of filmmaking camera stuff, which I mostly only talk about on my secondary channel, linked in the description. Please support that second channel of mine. I also have been daily uploading there, but that channel is really struggling to start, so I really need your help with that channel. But okay, let's get into other things as well. So let's talk about kind of my main PC setup. In terms of my main monitor, it's the Prism F270i Pro. I know I kind of took a crap on it in my review, but I don't have money for any other monitor, and while it isn't the greatest for color grading, with a bit of color calibration and with the use of, you know, waveforms and stuff, you can still pull off a decent color grade with that monitor. And in terms of a gaming monitor, the F270i Pro is very enjoyable to use with its fast, snappy response times, its excellent refresh rate, and its good viewing angles and pretty decent colors just for gaming. I actually do enjoy using it on the day-to-day, as I said on my monitor review. The only problem I have with it is its color grading prowess. It's overstated, and it's not something that you should use in any sort of paid professional environment. It's really not that great for that, but it is a pretty good monitor. I use a secondary monitor called the Acer G3237HL, I think it's called. I reviewed this monitor 3-4 years ago, way back when, and it's a 1080p monitor that's 60Hz and you can overclock it to 75Hz. But I haven't used it as my main monitor in years. It's just been a dedicated secondary monitor, and I don't see anything wrong with that. It's an excellent monitor as a backup secondary monitor, but as a main monitor, I won't use it today. It's still pretty good though, and it sits on the left. Now this is my main video making microphone with the camera in this kind of set situation, but my main desktop microphone I use for voiceovers is the Blue Yeti. Even though this sounds better than the Blue Yeti, I don't have a kind of a audio interface to plug this into my computer, and also it's just inconvenient to have to use this microphone and move it around just to do voiceovers. So I'd rather just use the Blue Yeti. The Blue Yeti sounds pretty good, and the thing about microphones is that so long as you give it the right environment, such as with enough isolation and you go close enough to the microphone, it's gonna sound very, very good no matter what, as long as it's a semi-decent quality microphone. So I find the Blue Yeti is enough for just YouTube voiceovers, and it's been enough for a lot of YouTubers for a long time, so it should be enough for my channel as well. Now in terms of headphones on my desk, I use the Audio-Technica R70X. Now this is a pair of headphones I have yet to review. And I've kind of been holding off reviewing it because I kind of don't really know how to. It's a very difficult headphone to review because it's so high-end, so fancy and so good. And I don't really have too many points of comparison. It's not like I have a pair of HD 600s that I can A/B test it with. I need to get that thing solved because I really love the R70Xs. They're super accurate, super wonderful sounding. They're excellent for gaming, music, video editing, audio production. You know, they're just really, really good. I have them plugged them straight into the SMSL M3 DAC M combo, which I reviewed a couple of months ago. And I love the M3 DAC amp because not only does it have a headphone jack on the front for your headphones, it also has speaker outs on the back that you can plug your speakers into, which means that I can easily swap between my headphones and my speakers just by, well, turning on my speakers and turning down the volume of my headphones. Basically, the speakers on my desk are the PreSonus Aries E3.5s. I talked about these in my audio headphone journey video, and I think the PreSonus Aries E3.5s are pretty excellent kind of just for desktop video editing, studio monitoring, some music. It is not high-end, it's not super fancy, but it gets the job done, and that's good enough for me. I like it though, it's very nice, and I like the fact that the SMSL M3 allows me to quickly swap between these two audio sources just like that, which is excellent. Now on my desk itself, I do have a couple of other things. Obviously my keyboard is something that some people might be interested in. Now I used to have that custom keyboard that I still do, and it still works, and I still like it a lot, but the only problem with it is that the more I do video editing and the more intense I video edit, because I've been doing daily uploads. If you don't realize that, now you know. Please subscribe to support my daily upload schedule. I've kind of needed more and more keys. I need the F keys, home, and I need the arrow keys, and I find that not having those keys are a big trouble and a big hassle, and I'm not a fan of that. So I'd rather have a keyboard with that is 10 keyless and has a lot of features. So while I haven't thrown away or sold or gotten rid of my old custom baby keyboard, it's my baby, it's my favorite. I'm not gonna get rid of it anytime soon. I did get a nice 10 keyless keyboard. Now this was the gift from Techwear, so to speak, like a Christmas gift. It's a Techwear Phantom keyboard. It has Otemu reds. They sent over a bunch of kind of accessories that I can use with it to basically customize it and modify it however I like, which is great. But I've yet to make videos exactly about those fancy Techwear keyboard shrouds, and I plan to do that this weekend. But yeah, I love the Techwear Phantom. It serves me so well, quite well so far, and I've been enjoying it. Now, I did review the SE, but fundamentally the SE and the Phantom, they're quite similar in terms of its features and many aspects of it. They both use Otemu switches, so I don't think I'll review the Phantom again. Because it's just redundant to do so, but I might in the future if I run out of content to talk about. But yeah, I love the Techwear Phantom SE. It's served me pretty well so far. It's built well, it gives a great typing experience, a great gaming experience. It's got pretty nice, gorgeous RGBs on there, and I love most of it. Now, my mousepad is my MM200 Corsair extended gaming mousepad. I've used this for 6 years now at this point. It cost me like 60 bucks when I bought it for new, and I think in hindsight it's fair to say that it has definitely outlived its value, and I have no plans to upgrade it or change this mousepad anytime soon because it still works perfectly fine, and I think the shape and dimensions of it is kind of coincidentally perfect for my desk. It fits my desk exactly to a T, which is insane, because I would have foresaw this 6 years ago, that it will, you know, fit perfectly. You know? Kind of cool, right? And on there, I have my daily driver gaming mouse. It's the Logitech G305. Now, tomorrow, I am actually going to review the Endgame Gear XM1, and this is a mouse that has closely contested with the G305 for the position as a daily driver on my desk. The only problem with it is that it's not wireless, so I'm really hoping Endgame Gear can make a wireless version of the XM1 very soon, because I like wireless gaming mice. I already have enough cable clutter on my desk, as you can tell, and I don't really have time to kind of pack and manage all of it. So as a result, you know, I would like a wireless mouse to keep the lines, keep the wires clear, keep everything kind of... But yeah, I love the G305. I reviewed it and gave it a very in-depth and rather positive review because I loved it very, very much. The G305 has my favorite mouse shape of all time up to this point, the G102, and it is wireless, which is great, and it's cheap for a wireless mouse. It has very little latency, it's extremely fast and snappy, it's a good time, and it's really enjoyable to use. The G305 is excellent of a gaming mouse. If you want a wireless gaming mouse, the G305 is a pretty good choice. I don't think you can really go wrong with it. Oh, and in terms of my smartphone, if you are wondering what I use, it's the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. I never got around to reviewing this, and I think at this point it's a bit late, but it's the last Samsung phone I'll ever buy, simply for the fact that it's the last Samsung phone with a headphone jack. I really need a headphone jack in my smartphones. As you can tell, I have a lot of wired headphones, and for me personally, using wired headphones is better of an experience than wireless because I don't like having to charge my audio products. I just like charging my phone and nothing else. But you know, it is what it is, such is the way of the world. But I think my next phone will probably be a Sony or an LG, just because not a fan of phones without headphone jacks. And it seems like Samsung is... They keep making fun of Apple for being anti-consumerist, and then the next generation of devices, they just copy Apple. So Samsung's kind of getting on my nerves. Not a fan of what they've been doing. So I'm going to stick with brands that have a headphone jack because it's an absolutely essential feature for me. So LG and Sony are probably going to get my vote of cash. So I'm going to end this video off here. That is the tech that I use every day in 2021. I've been doing more video production work, like I've been shooting music videos, I've been kind of doing some kind of like, I've been helping out on some video sets, which has been super exciting for me. But if you want to see those behind the scenes and those vlogs about those interesting things that are happening in my life, which I would love to share with you guys if you are interested, do check out my second channel, which I'm going to link in the description below. It's a little vlog channel, but I'll also be talking about a lot about camera gear, filmmaking stuff. So if you are interested in that kind of thing, photography, filmmaking, and also some vlogs, make sure you subscribe to that channel, link in the description. I've been doing daily uploads on both channels, which is 14 videos a week, and so far I've been actually pretty successful at it. It's been a week and I've done 14 videos in the last week, and I plan to do 14 videos this week and the week after. It's been very fun for me to just grind out videos like that. So if you want to support like whatever I'm doing here, make sure you subscribe, watch as many videos as you want, you know, like, comment, interact with the video, and hopefully we can grow this channel to something bigger. And as this channel grows, I promise you guys, I'll pay you guys back with giveaways, more interesting content, and more exciting things. I'll show you guys the coolest things possible if you help me grow this channel here. So a little plea for support here, please. If you like what you see, and if you want to support someone on a daily upload grind on 2 channels, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my channel, my second channel, like, subscribe, you know, just do whatever you want with this channel. Just help me out a little bit and interact with it. Thank you guys so much for watching though. I'm going to end the video off here. My daily tech of 2021. Please tell me, I want to know. Tell me, what are the things in this list that you actually have, or what are some of the things in this list that you really want? I'll be very interested to find out. I'm gonna end this video off here though. Goodbye, see you guys tomorrow, which is my next upload. Alright, see you soon, bye.